In Jamaica, private sector giant WISYNCO has invested $200 million in a renewable energy plant at its headquarters in Lakes Pen, St. Catherine. The first phase of the installation is a 1-megawatt solar farm on 2 acres of land and a roof mount at WISYNCO's headquarters. The solar farm is the first solar to high voltage application and the largest ground mount system in Jamaica. A release from WISYNCO notes that the company stands to save $1,000 per day from its energy bill. Speaking at the official commissioning of the solar farm on Thursday, Energy Minister Philip Paulwell says the project aids in the country's bid to reduce its carbon footprint and the impact on the environment. He gave information on the specifics of the plant, which at this time does not export to the JPS grid.
The installation is broken into 2 systems, a 730 kW ground mount system that distributes the energy generated to WISYNCO's 24 kV internal distribution line, and a 271 kV roof mount installation on the distribution warehouse. WISYNCO consumes 100% of the production generated and does not require battery backup nor does it require export to the grid. The plant is on schedule to produce 500 kWh per day for the month of September, and we've been told that you are in fact overperforming what was predicted.
Meanwhile, Minister Paulwell says a meeting with some manufacturers Thursday morning revealed that most persons are still not aware of what the government is doing to encourage persons to pursue alternative energy. He used the occasion to shed light on what is happening.
We have removed CET on a range of items that we need to communicate more about. Compact fluorescent lamps, air conditioning chillers with rotary screw compressors, vapor absorption refrigeration system, thermal storage air conditioning system, isothermal storage air conditioning system, solar electric fans, solar electric refrigerators, solar water heating mounting accessories, photovoltaic cycle batteries, and so on and so forth. That's on the CET side. On the GCT side, we have removed GCT on a range of items as well. Compact fluorescent lamps and ballasts, fluorescent fixtures and tubes, fluorescent ballasts, high-intensity discharge fixtures and bulbs, solar panels and tubes for solar water heating systems, solar cells, solar dryers, solar electric fans, solar electric refrigerators, solar water pumping systems and accessories, solar street and walkway lamps, bulbs for solar-powered systems, lighting control units, photovoltaic panels, charge controllers, and so on and so forth.
Minister Paulwell notes that his ministry has changed the laws for the provision of renewable energy, taking sole power off the regulation of same from the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica, PCJ. He says the Energy Ministry has since 2012 issued 300 licenses for renewable energy to Jamaicans, with a caveat that their excess power be sent to the JPS grid under what is termed as net billing.
On the larger scale, we are now implementing 3 massive projects, and a 4th one is to come. We are doing 2 additional wind farms. The Wigton wind farm in Manchester is being expanded by 24 megawatts at a cost of just about $50 million US. We are doing another wind farm in Malvern in St. Elizabeth. It's an American company, BMR, and they are doing that 36 megawatts at just about $90 million US. And very importantly, we are doing the single largest solar farm in the Caribbean. We broke ground some months ago. Work has commenced, and that is going to run at about $60 million US, 20 megawatts of solar powered energy coming out of that farm by the middle of next year. So Jamaica by that time will become the Caribbean country with the most. On the larger scale,
And the minister announced that the Office of Utilities Regulation is currently inviting bidders for the provision of 37 megawatts of capacity to the grid. Additionally, the minister announced good news for manufacturers. In particular, a change is coming to the pricing mechanisms by the country's oil refiner, Petrojam.
I met earlier with the president of the JMA, and the issue was about the pricing formula. We have received the recommendation from the private sector groups, and it was a united effort, the JMA, the PSOJ, and the JCC, and they are strongly touting and recommending the removal of the CET. And I will now say publicly that I fully embrace that recommendation and will be moving to implement the CET. Not many of you know that diesel fuel no longer attracts the CET, which is a tremendous opportunity for those of you who have been crying for the removal of the CET to import your own diesel. You don't have to go through Petrojam. Diesel no longer attracts a CET. Secondly, over the last 4 years, from time to time, we have granted suspension of the CET to not only Petrojam, but to the private sector for the importation of fuels. In many instances, Petrotrin out of Trinidad cannot supply our market. They just don't have the quantities. And we do have the dispensation to enable the imports by that means. So we have been granting suspension of the CET to accommodate that.